This might be my favorite style I've ever done on my natural hair, you guys. Today we're doing these easy cornrows with beads and no extensions. This is such a cute look. I mean, you'll feel like you just got back from vacation. So let me show you how to do it yourself. All right, so to begin, I used a heatless method to stretch my hair. So I moisturized my hair and put it into some chunky flat twists the night before. And now I'm just taking them down. And then working in sections, I separated the curls and finger detangled my hair to make sure it was all smooth and tangle free before braiding. And so this is what my hair was looking like once it was all separated and fluffed out. And now the first thing we're gonna do is, of course, our parting. I'm using a three-way mirror here. And I mean, I did my best to get my middle part looking nice and straight. I had the three-way mirror and I had another paddle mirror so I could see directly behind my head. And I always take forever with my parts because I want it to be perfect. But honestly, sometimes you just have to do your best and keep it moving. So the next thing I did is I pre-parted my sections for the cornrows and flat twisted each row. And I like to pre-part it because this way I can make sure that everything is going to be nice and even. I know each cornrow is going to be the right size and I don't have to worry about braiding and then running into parting issues halfway through. So try this if you're someone who struggles with cornrowing their hair evenly. Work on your sections first. That way you can just focus on braiding afterwards. Trust me, this just makes it so much easier. So here, this is what my flat twists were looking like, and it's actually really cute just like this, but I want to do cornrows, so I'm unraveling one section at a time, and I already moisturized my hair last night, so I just sprayed my hair with some water to soften it up a bit before braiding, and I'm also applying some Shine and Jam around the perimeter of each section and on my edges, and then I just worked that in, and I also took my little edge brush, which is literally a toothbrush, if you know, you know, and I used that to slick down the edges, and I cleaned up my parts too with my tail comb to make sure everything was nice and crisp. We want this to look professional, okay? So if you don't know how to cornrow, I'm gonna go through it a little bit slowly here. So to start off your cornrow, you'll first section a small piece in the front and separate it into 3 strands to begin braiding. And then essentially all I'm doing is sliding my pointer finger through underneath a little bit of hair, and you grip a small piece on that side and braid it in. And it's just a simple motion that you're repeating back and forth. You can see what I'm doing. You slide your pointer finger under, grab some hair, braid it in, and then repeat that on the other side. Slide your other pointer finger through, grab some hair, and do this all the way along down to your nape. And make sure you're gripping the hair all the way down in the back to make sure that your cornrow lays nice and flat. And then when I reached the ends, I just gave my hair a little spritz with some water to make sure the ends were nice and smooth. I mean, you can use some leave-in conditioner here too. And we're just going to do this all over again for a total of 8 cornrows, or however many you want to do on your head. So as you can see here, I'm taking down the section and starting off by spraying it with water and cleaning up my part a little bit. And then I'm also adding some gel and using my little toothbrush to lay my edges down to get it nice and smooth. And then I also started using this other big kind of paddle brush just to make sure that the roots were looking nice and smooth as well. And again, I'll go over how to do the cornrows. So to begin, you're starting off with a little section in the front and you'll separate that into 3 strands so you can begin braiding like normal. And then we're going to start gripping up some hair as we go along. So you can see that motion I'm doing. I'm sliding my pointer fingers through, gripping some hair and braiding it all in together. And you want to do your best to keep your fingers as close to your scalp as possible to make sure it's actually neat and laying flat on your head. And I mean, I never used to be able to braid my hair like this at all, but it just takes practice. Just keep practicing, try your best, and you'll get it down eventually. I was really proud of my braids here, you guys. I never do cornrows like this, but they actually came out so well. Like, I might try to do some more cornrow looks in the future. And again, when you get to the bottom, make sure you're gripping all the hair around your nape, and then just finish it off by continuing your braid all the way down to the ends. And like I was saying earlier, you could just do this style with flat twists if you don't know how to cornrow. But I personally really like cornrows because they'll last longer and you get a really nice sleek look. And cornrows are just a great protective style if you're trying to grow your hair out because your hair is completely tucked away. It can last a few weeks, or you could even keep it in for a month. I see people keep cornrows in for like a month, 2 months, and that's how they grow their hair out. You can also wash and moisturize your hair with cornrows, so it's literally perfect. And so here you guys can see another view of that braiding motion. Again, I'm sliding my pointer finger through and gripping the hair. And it's really important to make sure that your hair is nice and detangled here, because it'll be so hard for your fingers to get through your hair if it's not properly detangled. And I know for me, the middle of my hair is much thicker, and I had to really work my fingers through all of that hair. Like, just know this is an arm workout, okay? Braiding your own hair is an arm workout, and I was really starting to feel it here. I was getting tired, but you just got to push through, okay? Keep that vision in mind. You can do it. You can make it to the end. So here I was at the halfway point, and it was starting to look so good. It was coming together, and I can see how my hair is getting longer in the back too. We are getting those inches this year, guys. So I'm just going to let you guys watch as I braid the other side here, and I'll come back once we're almost done. All right, so we made it to the last braid, and I was so happy because my arms were actually on fire. This took me about an hour to finish. Just the cornrows alone took an hour, but it came out really, really cute. And you could just stop here and put your hair into like a little bun in the back, or do like 2 little buns in the back, and that would be a cute style. But I'm gonna have fun with some beads today. So I got these beads at my beauty supply store for like $5, and I got the little applicator to help me apply the beads. So what you need to do first is you put your beads onto the little applicator, and then you're gonna put your braid through the loop on the applicator. Then you're going to fold the ends upwards like this, and you just slide the beads up onto your braid, and that's how you actually get them onto the braid in the order that you want them to be in. And then to secure it, what you're gonna do is fold the ends of your braid upwards again. So the end should now be above that bottom bead, and you're gonna tie it in place with a little rubber band to secure it. And a really important tip here is to make sure that you're not putting the beads right at the very, very end of your braids, because then they're just gonna slip out. And that's what happened to me. I had to redo most of these because I was putting them too close to the ends, and they just slipped out. So make sure when you fold the ends up and you tie it down, you're actually folding up a good amount of the ends, and it's not just like a tiny little piece holding on. Otherwise, it's just going to slip out. And I also used 2 rubber bands at a time when I redid them, because I noticed on a couple of them, the rubber bands were just snapping off. So I doubled it up just to make it more secure. And also, guys, be really careful when you're taking down your hair from this style. You don't want to damage your hair with these rubber bands or accidentally cut your hair when you're trying to take out the rubber bands. So either really carefully cut out the rubber bands, or you might find that they just easily snap off anyways. But just take your time with the beads and the rubber bands. Okay, we don't want to cause any breakage here. So you can see I'm just finishing up the beads. It's not hard at all, guys. And I really love the colors. I think it just complements me really, really well. And you can have fun with different colors and different sizes of the beads. You could also do this look with extensions if you wanted it to look longer or thicker. But I don't know, I really like the vibe of it just with my natural hair. So to finish off, I oiled up my scalp, and this felt so, so good. This is my oil mixture of castor oil, olive oil, and almond oil. And I just massaged it in. And then, of course, I applied some mousse, and I'm going to tie my hair down with my scarf to make sure everything is laid and nice and sleek. So I'm going to let my hair set for a little bit while I do my makeup. And of course, I'm going to come back and show you all the final look. And so here I am, you guys. I was already so excited with my makeup done. I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be good. And yep, it did exactly what it needed to do. Like, I couldn't contain my happiness here, you guys. I'm in love with this hairstyle. I've really never done my hair like this with just cornrows or beads at all, but I'm definitely going to be doing this more often. It's so easy and so cute. So I really hope this tutorial inspired you to try this simple look with no extensions. Let me know what you all think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.